Well, we've got $18,000 right now. It is currently August, year number 2. I've estimated it's going to take us about 6 years to get $1 billion in farm sim. Time is flying forward, and we have to get this crop planted before the end of this next month. Otherwise, we're going to be missing out on an entire year's worth of money, so we can't do that. So we're lining up with the roller, and hopefully this is going to take care of a lot of these rocks. Now, this is a stretch. It probably isn't, but this is my best attempt at taking care of these. Yep, see, the rocks are still there. Dang it. Well, we're going to have to deal with it. I just do not have the time or ability to take care of those rocks. It's going to cause a little bit of damage to our equipment, but it is what it is. We're coming up on midnight and still farming away here. Busy, busy, busy work. But we got time moving forward pretty quick, so don't you worry. It's going to be tomorrow and daylight in just a second. If we can get enough money, I do hope to be able to buy a tractor, because leasing a tractor constantly is starting to get very expensive. Very expensive. All right, we're lined up, ready to go the other direction. This is going to help us get a little bit better of a seed bed, so it's going to help us get a better yield when we come to harvest next year. All right, so sunrise has arrived, and we are still finishing up these first 2 fields. Solar panels are going to have a wonderful day because it is a pretty bright and sunny day out. So that should help us make a little bit of money, hopefully enough to buy a tractor, though not likely. If we can find one on sale, then that might be the case. But for now, we've got this entire area all rolled. We can... Ooh, don't want to take out my neighbor's fence. Just fold it up, Jake. We can sneak on over to our other 2 fields and get those taken care of. We do need to plant by the end of today, or we will be absolutely screwed. So we got a bit of a rush going on us, and hopefully we can get this all done. I think we should be all right. We've got seed. We've got, well, we're gonna have to find a way to fertilize this planting season. But oh man, this needs plowed. Okay. Oh man. Oh wow, we're behind. Whew. I take back everything I said about not being stressed. We have got to go quickly. Get our little patch right here taken care of. I'm going to call this I'm obsessed with them. Pumpkin patches. It's just, I want pumpkins. But eventually, we probably will put a barn here. It's just such a good spot for a barn. We got a drive right there. It's already a pretty flat section. Not perfectly flat, but flat enough that we can build a barn here easy. But those are dreams for a man with more than $17,000 in his pocket, so we got to keep earning some money. Honestly, I think we're running a little behind schedule. I thought we would probably have another 1, maybe 2 solar panels by this time of the year, but I guess my calculations were off. Okay, so that is all rolled. We can now park the roller here, put the tractor on the plow, let it get handling whatever it needs to do there. $15,000, and I gotta find another tractor because we are not cutting it with only one. We can't sell our crop yet. The crop's high sell point is in November, and if we're only a couple months away from that, it would be a shame to sell the crop early. So we're gonna have to hold on to it for a little bit longer. In fact, I need to get this one out of the field. Okay, we're hooked up, pulling it out of the field. We threw a tarp on top of it as well. We're gonna stick it into that red barn along with the other grain wagon. And these are our makeshift silos for the time being. Installing a silo is a very expensive process. And you know what else is not a good thing? Getting this stuck in here. Yeah, we're gonna change how we do that. I was gonna try and squeeze around the backside, but I see now that that's not gonna happen. So we've dropped that one there. We're gonna pull around to the other barn, grab the full one sitting in here. I know I could have just gone around the building and not had to have disconnect again, but I don't know. Something in my brain said, hey, do it this way instead. So we're going to pull right up for it. I do have a weight on, so I can't get as close. Now I should be able to get just enough room to shimmy our way out of here. Just like that. We're out. Woo! I know that seemed crazy, but we had to do what we did because these are double articulated, which means we want to back them up as little as possible because they get off track easy. There, we got it. We got back far enough. Okay, so we got that all connected into one train. We can pull it all through the barn now. It took like an hour to do. We are just eating time. We don't have the time to be messing with all this. But we got 14,500 liters of canola that we can sell here in a couple months. That should make us a good, I would hope, few $1,000s, but I guess, time will tell. Okay, so that's been taken. I'm in pain. 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 Oh my god, we got it connected back up to the other one. Oh, we did. Oh, how? How? Ow. I want to hit the barn. Well, I accelerated too soon, Jake. This time, we're going to connect to the correct one and drive away. Ah, finally. We can stick this tractor on the plow. 9:30 in the morning. Beautiful day. Gonna rain in a little bit, unfortunately. We should be planting right now. We have no time. I don't have time for any of this. Okay, well, you need to get to work. Just go. Go, go, go. I got to go for $16,000. Figure out how to get another tractor. Come on, give a pickle a cheap tractor for once, brother. I can't even afford a forklift. It's clear we're gonna have to lease. I really hope I don't regret this decision. For $1,900, I got to rent this old beauty, and it's gonna have to work, brother. Oh man, a little fun in the sun never hurt no butt. It's supposed to rain, and I got a cablet. Oh. Here comes the rain. Doo, 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 doo. Okay, we gotta scurry on home before this rain truly sets in all the way. But I got another tractor for $1,900. It's a lease, but at least we can do more work in the rain. Gotta love it. It's already 10 o'clock. I feel like we've achieved nothing, so we're doing pretty good today. It is absolutely downpouring out here now. But the tractor that costs us every single second we're not using it is now not being used. I'm so happy. We have way too much leased equipment on this farm. That's owned. The planter is owned. Tractor's leased. That roller is leased. Planter is leased. A tractor running not the planter. The plow and the tractor running the plow are leased, which over here it looks like they're doing okay. Well, they've barely made any progress, to be honest. Ah, yes. A wonderful day indeed. Pardon me, thanks. I ought to just plant through the rain anyways. Probably not the best idea to try and mud these crops in, but it's what we're gonna do. I got some canola to plant. I'm not gonna wait on Mama Nature. Oh, I should be waiting on Mama Nature. It is so much rain. Okay. Mama Nature, you win. I'm running back. I'm scurrying back. It's wet out here. I changed my mind. I'll wait. And just like that, the rain has passed. It did rain for quite a while. It's 12:18, and the final drops have finally cleared out of here. Really, we should probably let the fields dry a little bit, but looks like the plow's still been going this whole time, so I'm going to assume that we can just hop over and start our planting as well. So we can get this old tractor out of the barn and finally put it to use. We're down to $14,000 in the bank, and we're going to find out just how well this weeder actually plants. I am amazed that the weeder does plant. Does this also do the weeding first stage right here? Maybe it kind of gets the seeds or something? That would be convenient. And I think we should be able to just go right on forward. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to know where I am at. Okay, got to hire a worker so they know where we've been. So there the worker goes, and you tell me where the worker has and hasn't been. I know you can see where they are, but there's no identifiable difference, man. Practically none, at least. That is... Nope, I'm not doing that. Real quick, I just want to check. There is a track. Oh, yeah, 150,000. Yeah. Oh, wow. What a deal. Woo! Let me just sell all of my land, and then sure, I'll buy that tractor. We do need to figure out a way to fertilize what we've got here, though. Problem is, all these things are very expensive. About the cheapest thing we can get is maybe the slurry tank here for $22,000, but we'd have to find the slurry to buy, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea where to buy slurry. Man, we got this roller here just sitting waiting, but it should be ready to go in a little bit. Oh, yeah, he's over halfway done, so we'll give him another 10-15 minutes, and I'm sure they'll be done. And they are doing pretty good with the planting of this field. They're about done with this one. We'll switch them over to the next field. And I've been trying to figure out what we're going to do for a fertilizing situation. And unfortunately, I'm not exactly sure what the best method is for us. I mean, we've got, let's see, some fertilizers. Where are those at? And crop protection, those are too expensive. We can go into here, and about the cheapest thing that we could probably run is a sprayer. And that's just a holding tank. That doesn't even spray. So it'd take $34,000 just to do that. Well, I don't know, but we're going to hop into the tractor and Oh my goodness. You took away our grass. Guess we don't gotta mow there no more. Little side effect of a weeder. I guess it considers the grass weeds. Well, either way, we're gonna pull ourselves on in to this next little field and tell our guy to get to work. No field. You lie. Much field. Right here. Big field. Look. Alrighty. So we got them going and rolling in the field once again. This field should be all completely planted. We're getting a 50% yield bonus. Not good at all. We need to fertilize. We have to figure this out. I could sell this building here, but its value is $0, unfortunately. Our big barn is worth money, but I need that. Our shop is worth money, but I need that. The only one I didn't care about was this one, but it's not actually worth anything. We can maybe try to chop down some trees, but I like our trees, and I don't want them to go. Really, it just seems to me like we're stuck in a hard place, and there's not much we can do about trying to figure this out until we get this field plowed and rolled, because then we'll move on to planting, and planting is one thing that we can handle with our own budget. Luckily, we won't have to plow again for a few years, so this is an expense we won't see again for a little while. But how are you guys coming along with your attempt to earn $1 billion in Farming Simulator base game with no mods? I want to see your progress, so make sure you tag me on TikTok and on YouTube whenever you post videos about your road to $1 billion. Okay, so this other worker seems to have more or less finished planting this field. I think they might just have that little tiny stretch right there that they were getting. So I'm just going to sneak over and try and maybe do that for them. I can kind of see where they've been and haven't been. Maybe, maybe not. I really don't know. But I'm just going to clean up this little corner. Consider that good. Okay, so we've got 2 completely planted canola fields right out front. We've got 2 more to plant. We'll go to the small one that is rolled. The big one needs to get rolled, and it is pretty close to getting there. Okay, got the person hired, set up, ready to do this little square right here. Hopefully this is not gonna, well, it probably will be a problem. We'll deal with it in a moment. Right now, it sounds like our other helper is nearing done with this field. So the second he gets done with this, we can go get that roller out of the way. So hurry up. Keep going. Come on, come on, come on. So as we can see, this field no longer needs plowed, but it does still need rolling. We're going to take care of that in a moment. These rocks are going to be a bit of an issue, but there's nothing we can do about it with our time constraints right now. All right, where you going? What you doing? You okay? Okay. You big turns. Yes. Not very often I get a view like this. I'm usually the one in the cab. Strange. And as we can see, this other fella's had a wonderful time. We can see they've gotten all the way down to where this thing sits, and then it got in the way. So we need to steal this tractor and get the plow off of it and get that roller out of the way so we can finish planting over there. But our hired helper is kind of an idiot. They said they were done, and they missed this entire strip. So now I got to back up and do it again. But it's fine. It's completely fine. We got most of it done, so I'm not going to complain. And just like that, we got all of our plowing done. We can get this plow off of here. Let's go ahead and return that back to the store. No longer do we need to get charged for that. I can see where they left off, actually. I'm lined up a little bit in what's already been planted. I can sneak over this way more. But I wanted to make sure I have room to get the roller out of the way is all. Okay, so moving the roller. And we're going to take this over to the other field. I'm just going to try and hire somebody to get going. And hopefully they finish up that field for me. And while they plant the last couple rows that they got to do in so many rocks. We need to get a rock picker at some point and get that taken care of. But we will have to wait on that. Right now I'm just going to hire a worker to get rolling through this field. That way that can all be ready to be planted. If we sneak back over here. Yep, there he is finishing up the last pass. Just in time for us to take over. Wonderful. So we're going to hop in, fold this up. We're down to 46% of seed, so that did not use much at all. We still have enough seed. Luckily, we're not going to have to buy any. That's going to help us make even more money this next planting season and harvest season. And once we get this one last field planted, we still need to get some fertilizer applied somehow. We might have a little bit of time to do that. We can maybe do that next month or something along those lines. I don't know. It depends on how the weather's cooperating. I'll line ourselves up right here, ready to plant. We're gonna have to wait on that tractor for just a moment, which gives me an opportunity to go into our statistics and see where we're at so far. This season, we've used 160 liters of seed so far. And we've also used 42 liters of fuel as well. So those are our inputs so far for this growing season. And they're not kidding when they say the hardest part about getting rich is getting the money to get started. And I'll tell you what, if there's any billionaire watching this video right now who really applauds my efforts, and if you've enjoyed this video so far, then here's my PayPal. Wink, wink. Just to be clear, that's for the billionaires, okay? If you're not a billionaire, keep scrolling. I don't want your money. I only want your money if you're, like, really, really rich, okay? In which case, here's my PayPal. I had to hop in the tractor and do this myself. The person that was doing it quit on me. They said, I can't keep doing this work for a PB&J, all right? You gotta start paying me 2 PB&Js. And I'm like, whoa, brother. Wage negotiations in this economy? And just like that, we've got this entire field rolled. It is ready to be planted. Well, aside from the rocks, but there's nothing we're gonna be able to do about those rocks. So I need to get rid of the roller, as we know, that's not my roller. I need to get rid of the roller as we no longer need it. And technically, I don't really need the second tractor at the moment because I don't have a sprayer. But if I did have a way to fertilize, this would be very useful. And taking a look over here, I've got some solid fertilizer, so if we could find a way to utilize that, that would be great. But for now, we're going to get this tractor rolling on planting our final canola field for this season while we try to figure out how to get a fertilizer spreader on this tractor. We've got $16,000. We need $4,000. So we need to sell a little bit of our crop early. And of course, that's going to come at a cost. Right now, we can sell at a high of $6.49 and dropping at the old mill. But $6.49, as we can see here in September, has another couple steps up to go to get to its high sell point. So we're losing almost $100 per 1,000 liters. And that's a big deal. So if we need to come up with $25,000, then I think we would need to sell like 38,000 liters of canola, and we only have, what, 15 or 16,000 total in the trailers? So we definitely can't do that. I don't know what to do. This is a tough situation we find ourselves in. I hate having to lease another thing, but I think it's just what we're gonna have to do because I cannot seem to find a way to afford buying it. I was hoping we could buy another piece of equipment to try and stop our leasing expenses, but there's nothing I can do about it. Let me get down to the store, pick up the fertilizer deal we just leased, and we'll get the rest of our fields all fertilized today. All right, we are hooking up to our little spreader, and in fact, there was some fertilizer there we got to clean up and bring home with it. Fantastic. I'm getting a notification that this other worker finished, but I can see that they didn't. They've got a little bit of a chunk left to do, so we'll fix that. We're just about home here. All right, I'm just pulled up here, filling up with fertilizer, and about 1,000 liters is as much as we're gonna get. So I need to walk over here and hop in, let this fella know that he did not finish his job. There you go, get you rolling again. Now let's get back to fertilizing. We're gonna test it on our little field here, why not? I don't know how big the spread is on it. Looks like you can actually change the size. Like 42 meters, it's pretty big. I bet you I have to go all the way out to like here. Let me see. Woo! Oh, mama! We could do her in one go, buddy. Hold on now. Watch this. Dude. Holy guacamole. Yep. You said you needed to fertilize that field? Yeah. Got her done already, Jim Bob. This fertilizer spreader might just be the way to go. That thing works great. So it's about that thing's whole width. I bet you we can do this all one pass again. This is probably one of the single greatest tools. At least the way that our fields are shaping up to be, this is going to be one of the single greatest tools. We've got 3 of our fields all fertilized like that. Instantly, dude. This is fantastic. And okay, so we maybe sort of bumped the fence a little bit. I don't want to hop down here. So I'm seeing anywhere from 80 to 70 something yield boost. That's better. We're 50% fertilized. We are going to have to do that again, probably in a couple months, maybe sometime next year after the winter, most likely. So this fertilizer spreader is going to be a very useful tool we're going to have to continue to have on the farm. I just hope that eventually we can buy one instead of leasing all of this stuff constantly. But our friend over there is on their last pass, so I'm just going to clean up the very last edge piece right here. All of our field will be planted after this, and we'll now have all of the fields on our farm planted as well. $16,000 is what we're sitting at. Quite a long ways off from our goal. Quite a long ways ways off from where we even started, but we are slowly getting more and more established. Right now, all of our profits are getting eaten away by these leasing. We need to be buying equipment, but we just cannot seem to afford it. I'm gonna go ahead and hire this person to fertilize our field. They can take care of it while... Okay, I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do. They'll take care of it while I sneak this back over to the farm and return this tractor as we no longer need it. I'm not looking to get charged another $1,900. And while we're sliding through here, I'm going to go ahead and fill up with the last bit of seed we got. Well, okay, I'm going to fill as much of that seed as I can get, and we'll stow this away in the shop for our winter safekeeping. So we are definitely very slow, and I would say behind schedule for sure on our process, but we're trying everything that we can. Tractor's been returned. Other tractor ended up in a ditch, and they claim that the job is done. I don't know where I am and how I got here. Is this even my field? I don't know where I am anymore. I don't think you actually fertilized my field. You maybe somehow drove into somebody else's ditch. I need to... Yeah, you didn't you fertilized somebody else's field. Hey, this is not how capitalism works, buddy. We just got flossed out of some product, man. We literally just fertilized some dude's field. I wish I could take out a loan and just buy the field now. If I'm going to spend the money on fertilizing it, I'm going to buy it out from underneath you. But I can't. We're not allowed to spend any loan money. I'm not allowed to get a loan. I just want a small loan of $1 million. That's all. Okay, aside from a tiny little triangle in the center, we got all of this fertilized. Hallelujah. Let's get the product out of it so we don't waste money on that. And we'll return the tractor and the spreader. Crazy. We went from having a whole bunch of stuff on the farm to we're going to have nothing on the farm. We're going to get rid of it all. I could keep the tractor instead of getting rid of it and just park it in the barn. We'll consider that for the month and try and see how much it ends up costing us. Well, we've already put 1.8 hours on this rental, so might as well we'll park it in the barn here and try and hold on to her a little longer. I think we're all good to go. Fields are all planted. Fields are all fertilized. Our neighbor's field is double fertilized because of us. But hey, at least our fields are, you know, not off to a rocky start.